Hello and welcome to Trade Apple Free. My name is August Bollinger. I'm your host. Today, Apple, it pushed us out of our trade, and it was a great trade. It lasted about 29 days, and we gained almost 18%. So there's nothing wrong with that. We're now short. Our short entry price is 117.16. So I reiterated that on Friday, that today this could happen, and it did. And so the stock's already down $2 from there. So we're already making profits to the short side. If you don't know what a short is, it's when you borrow stock and you sell it immediately. That sounds foreign to a lot of people, but let's say that you borrowed some sugar from your neighbor and sold it, and you borrowed about $1 worth or whatever, and you gave them a nickel for the favor, and the price of sugar, or you told them you would pay them back for that sugar, but you just gave them the nickel. It's an interest, just to be nice. It's an established rule. There's nothing about nice in the markets, but anyway, so you borrowed the sugar, you sold it, you told your neighbor you're going to give it back. The price of the sugar you borrowed dropped to 50% of that. Let's say it went down to 50 cents, and you said, okay, now I think the price of sugar is going to go back up, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that sugar back from somebody. It doesn't matter who, just get the sugar, and you take it back to your neighbor and you give them back their sugar. So essentially you made 45 cents just by borrowing. Got the 50 cents it dropped, the 5 cents you gave the neighbor, and then you keep 45 cents. So that's basically the same thing with stocks. That's how shorting works. You borrow the stock and you sell it immediately, and you buy it back later when it costs less to do it. So that's kind of like what we're doing right now. I use puts, which are kind of an option. My website will explain all of that if you go there. Feel free to comment on this video down below, and yeah, so that's great. So now we're day one of our new trade going short. There's a chance that we could get whipsawed out, but in today's bar, which is really a large bar, I think it's maybe $6 or $7 range. We can make money inside of that, going up and down through that range of today's high and today's low. That's going to establish a new channel right there. If we break below that, there's a much larger wedge that I'll bring to light if that starts to happen. If we break below that, then our chances of making money within the wedge at the beginning, of course, is much higher. And as it goes to apex, then that will be reduced. And I'll put another ban on trading Apple once it starts to be less profitable. We'll go to 3-day signals, maybe 5-day signals, and just like we did before. But you know, this last trade is a breakout from a cup and handle, and I think there might be a little bit more in the gas tank. It certainly has happened before for other stocks. So the nature of how big this cup is and how tight that little handle was, that's pre-tells basically why we got such a great boost. And you know, the market conditions on top of that, where there was some considerable buying off of a green spike of the 30-minute market update that I made another video for. So yeah, that certainly helped. We did get a spike in the selling on the 30-minute market update. It's not as substantial as the buys that we've gotten of recent, but we'll see what happens. It definitely doesn't feel like there's going to be a a rally back up right away, but you know, I don't have no crystal ball. All I know is that I'm going to try to go short because my long just got finished. You know, we're done there. If it decides to whipsaw us around a little bit, be ready to go back long. We can jump right back in. So, you know, there's anything's possible. Wait for the guidance. Go to my website, learn, trade Apple free. That page there has the buy and sell prices every day. And yeah, there's a lot more trades that we just finished going forward in the future. There's plenty more of them. I do this for every stock in the market. Some act better than others, but anyways, so yeah, our trade long is done, and congratulations for everybody who followed it. Night.